I think it's pretty safe to say that when we examine the Star Wars franchise, especially the Skywalker saga, when it comes to the sequel trilogy films by Disney and Lucasfilm, a lot of fans around the world had issues with both The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about The Rise of Skywalker that left a lot of fans very confused, or very curious, or mystified, if you will, by J.J. Abrams is, of course, exactly what in the world happened with Ben Solo, and whether or not Adam Driver will return to the Star Wars universe in the near future. Now, in case you guys didn't know, the ending of The Rise of Skywalker went through many different changes, not just during the reshoots, but also during the rewrites back in late 2018 and mid-2019, which was the second phase of the rewrites and the reshoots. And Kathleen Kennedy really wanted to adjust many different aspects of the ending of this movie. In fact, the original ending of Episode 9 had more of George Lucas's input on the story and how it was going to involve the next generation of the Jedi and the new Jedi Temple and the Jedi Order, stuff around those lines on Tatooine. It was going to be quite a very interesting experience, without a doubt. Now, with all these different projects, currently Disney has over 10 years worth of Star Wars live action and animated material to come on Disney Plus and for theatrical releases as well. That is really going to make up as the new Star Wars universe. Now, with that being said, on top of all of this, what's rather intriguing all has to do with Adam Driver. Now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with the Skywalker saga, they are moving on to their new Star Wars universe and their new Star Wars trilogy of films, where it's noted that one of their big plans for the future of the franchise has to do with the new expanded universe that will create brand new stories for the Star Wars fans around the world. Now, it's noted that one of the major projects in early development is a project that is set to bring a return of the character of Ben Solo, that will bring a return of Adam Driver, voiced by Adam Driver, and that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau will play a major role in the creative decisions of this new Star Wars project that is said to be in animated form. Now, it's explained that this is for the Rise of Skywalker sequel series that will explain exactly what happened to Ben Solo after the events of Episode 9, on whether or not he became a Force ghost or something entirely different in the new Star Wars franchise. However, it's noted that Ben Solo's return in this series will change Star Wars lore and how the Force is perceived forever. The series is said to also tap into brand new Jedi that will be trained by both Rey and Ben Solo, voiced by Adam Driver in the sequel series, that will have realistic animation styles in comparison to the Clone Wars or Star Wars Rebels. Now, this decision comes from Disney as they are currently cleaning house over at Lucasfilm to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world after the sequel trilogy and what went wrong with The Last Jedi and more. This plan by Lucasfilm is to also make sure that Star Wars stays as a successful brand for many years to come as well. Now, the thing about Ben Solo is that we didn't get too much of Ben Solo as far as screen time goes, as much as the fans have hoped for, right? Now, granted, it was significant, it was enough for fans to actually look at him as a different character. We got to see him reuniting with his father Han Solo in the form of a vision, and not just that, we also got to see him on the world of Exegol, and confronting Palpatine alongside Rey, leading up to his death when he transfers his life force over to Rey. So, the thing about Ben Solo is that we do know that J.J. Abrams left his fate completely ambiguous, and what we mean by that is, did he become a Force ghost? Did he become, perhaps one with Rey? Did he become a part of her as her spirit goes? Or maybe is he stuck in the worlds between worlds? We don't know exactly what really happened to Ben Solo, and J.J. Abrams intentionally, as well as Kathleen Kennedy, wanted to keep this a major secret for their new Star Wars universe. Now, with the return of Adam Driver, obviously this is going to be the driving force for Lucasfilm to really develop this series, because they know that a lot of fans love Adam Driver and his work for the character of Kylo Ren / Ben Solo, and that this would be their incentive, if you will. This would be the incentive for the fans, if you will, to actually bring themselves to go ahead and watch this new series. Now, this series is only said to be in early development. It's not going to come out for a couple of years from now. In fact, we got the Star Wars Rebels sequel series coming out later this year. That's one big reveal that's set to occur either next month or in April, so looking forward to that as well. When you look at everything related to Disney Star Wars, we do know that they are trying their very best in order to reshape the franchise, not just by bringing back Adam Driver, Mark Hamill, and Hayden Christensen in various different projects for Disney+, but they're also looking to create original and new material based on Star Wars legends. We're talking about the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, and brand new eras such as the High Republic era in the forms of movies. And that really is going to be a big step by Disney and Lucasfilm, and whether or not it's going to be successful all really does depend on how the fans are really going to perceive the Disney Star Wars franchise once these new projects actually drop on Disney Plus and more, such as the theatrical releases as well. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Mm-hmm.